Hello, my friend. Welcome to Fluent English Stories. I want to ask you something honest. How many times have you said to yourself, this year I will change my life. This time it will be different. And how many times did you start with big energy and stop after 2 weeks? I know this feeling because I lived it many times. But today I want to share something with you that finally worked for me and can work for you too. What if I told you that the problem is not you? The problem is not your motivation, not your discipline, not your willpower. The real problem is that you are trying to change everything at once. You want to wake up early, exercise every day, eat healthy, learn English, read books, start a business, and become a new person in 1 month. And my friend, that is like trying to climb 10 mountains at the same time. Your body gets tired, your mind gets confused, and after a short time, you go back to your old life. So today, we are going to talk about something different. We're going to talk about the power of changing just one small thing. Not 10 things, not 5 things, just one tiny thing that you do every single day. And this one thing, if you do it consistently, will slowly change everything else in your life. This idea changed my English learning journey, and it changed my whole life. Let me explain how. Before we continue, I want to tell you about my own story. 3 years ago, I was stuck. I was working at a job I did not like. I was tired all the time, and my English was not improving, even though I said I want to be fluent every week. I watched videos, I bought books, I downloaded apps, but nothing really changed. Do you know why? Because I was waiting for the perfect moment. I was waiting to feel ready, to have more time, to be in the right mood. And that moment never came. One day, I was sitting in my room feeling frustrated. I looked at all the English books on my shelf that I never finished. I looked at my notebook full of vocabulary words that I never reviewed. And I thought, why am I like this? Why can I not just do it? Then something clicked in my mind. I realized I was making everything too big, too complicated, too perfect. So I made a deal with myself. I said, okay, forget about being fluent. Forget about finishing books. Forget about perfect grammar. Just do one tiny thing every day. One thing so small that I cannot say no. I decided to read just one paragraph of English every night before sleep. Not one chapter, not one page, just one paragraph. That is maybe 2 minutes. Some nights I was so tired, but I told myself, come on, just one paragraph, you can do it. And I did it. After 1 week, reading that paragraph became automatic. My brain expected it. After 2 weeks, sometimes I read 2 paragraphs because I wanted to, not because I forced myself. After 1 month, I was reading 1 full page without thinking about it. And after 3 months, reading in English became a normal part of my life. But here is the interesting thing. When I built this one small habit, other things started to change too. Because I was reading every night, I learned new words naturally. Because I learned new words, I wanted to use them. So I started writing short sentences in my journal. Then I started watching English videos without feeling scared. My confidence grew. Not because I suddenly became perfect, but because I proved to myself that I can keep a promise. That small success gave me energy to try other small changes in my life. This is what I call the ripple effect. You know when you throw a small stone into water? That stone creates small circles that move out and become bigger and bigger. Your one small action is like that stone. It looks tiny, but it creates movement in your whole life. And this is the secret that many people do not understand. They think they need a big stone, a big dramatic change, a big moment. But real change does not work like that. Real change is quiet, small, and daily. Let me give you another example. Maybe you want to improve your physical health. You look at people at the gym and think, I need to exercise 1 hour every day. But 1 hour feels so big, so you never start. Instead, what if you just do 5 minutes? What if you just put on your exercise clothes and walk outside for 5 minutes? You might think, that is too small, that will not change anything. But my friend, you are wrong. Those 5 minutes will change your identity. Identity is a powerful word. Identity means how you see yourself, who you believe you are. Right now, maybe you see yourself as someone who does not exercise. But when you do those 5 minutes, even if it feels small, your brain starts to think, wait, I am someone who exercises. And when your identity changes, your actions follow. After 1 week of 5 minutes, you might think, okay, maybe I can do 10 minutes. After 1 month, exercise becomes part of who you are. You do not need to force it anymore. It just happens. The same idea works for learning English. Right now, maybe you think, I am not an English person, I am not good at languages. But what if you just speak 1 English sentence out loud every morning? Just 1 sentence. You can say, today, I will do my best. Or, I am learning, and I am proud of myself. It sounds simple, maybe even silly. But when you speak that sentence every day, your brain starts to accept that you are someone who uses English. Your identity slowly changes from I am bad at English to I am learning English to I use English every day. Now I know what you are thinking. You are thinking, yes, this sounds nice, but I tried small changes before and I still failed. Why will this time be different? That is a fair question. Let me tell you the biggest mistake people make with small changes. They start small, but they do not stay small. They break the rule. Here is what happens. You decide to read 1 paragraph of English every day. You do it for 3 days, and you feel good. Then on day 4, you think, okay, today I feel motivated. I will read 10 pages. You read 10 pages and you feel amazing. But the next day, you are tired. You think, yesterday I read so much, today I need a break. So you skip. And when you skip 1 day, it becomes easier to skip the next day. Soon, you are back to 0. This is the trap. You must protect the small habit. Even on days when you feel motivated and want to do more, you must stick to your small promise. If your promise is 1 paragraph, read 1 paragraph, not 10. You can read more, but only after you complete your small promise. This keeps the habit safe. This keeps it alive. Because the goal is not to do a lot 1 day. The goal is to do a little bit every single day, no matter what. Let me share something personal. When I started my 5-minute English habit, there was one night when I was so sick. I had a fever, my head hurt, I just wanted to sleep. But I remembered my promise. So I opened my phone, I read one short paragraph, maybe 1 minute, and I closed my eyes. Did that 1 minute make my English perfect? No, but it kept my promise alive. And the next day, even though I was still sick, I did not feel guilty. I did not think. I already broke my streak, so why continue? I kept going because I protected my small habit. There is a concept I love called the 2-day rule. The rule is simple. You can skip 1 day, but never skip 2 days in a row. Life happens. Some days you are busy, sick, or tired. It is okay to miss 1 day. But if you miss 2 days, your brain starts to forget. The habit starts to die. So even if you miss today, tomorrow you must come back. No excuses. This rule saved me many times. It made me forgive myself for 1 bad day, but it did not let me quit completely. Now let us talk about another important idea. When you choose your one small thing, it must be something you actually care about. Not something you think you should do, but something you really want deep inside. Because if you do not care, you will not continue. You will find excuses. For example, maybe everyone says you should wake up at 5 in the morning, but if you are not a morning person, if you hate mornings, that habit will feel like punishment. You might do it for 1 week because you are forcing yourself, but you will not do it for 1 year. Instead, ask yourself, what is one small thing that will make me feel proud? What is one thing that matches my goals and my personality? Maybe for you, it is listening to English while you cook dinner. Maybe it is writing 3 sentences in a journal before bed. Maybe it is saying one kind thing to yourself every morning. There is no perfect answer. The best habit is the one you will actually do. I also want to talk about the environment. Environment means everything around you. The people, the places, the things you see. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. If you want to read more but your phone is always next to you, you will choose the phone. If you want to practice English but your friends only speak your native language, you will not practice. So you must design your environment to help you, not fight you. Here is what I did. I put my English book on my pillow every morning, so when I came to bed at night, I saw the book first. I did not need to search for it. I did not need to think about it. It was just there, waiting for me. This tiny change removed friction. Friction means the small, annoying things that make a task harder. When you remove friction, good habits become easy. When you add friction, bad habits become hard. For example, if you want to stop checking your phone too much, put your phone in another room when you study. If you want to practice speaking English, join an online group where people speak English every day. If you want to exercise, put your exercise clothes next to your bed so you see them first thing in the morning. These small changes in your environment make your new habit almost automatic. Let me tell you about my student Maria. Maria wanted to improve her English speaking, but she was so shy. Every time she had a chance to speak, she felt her heart beating fast, and she stayed quiet. I told her, do not try to speak in public yet. That is too big. Instead, just talk to yourself in English for 1 minute every day. She looked at me confused. Talk to myself? Yes, I said. Go to your room, close the door, and describe your day in English for 1 minute. No one is listening. No one is judging. Just you and your voice. Maria tried it. The first week was strange for her. She felt silly talking to an empty room. But after 2 weeks, she started to enjoy it. She was practicing real speaking without fear. After 1 month, she felt more comfortable with her voice. And then, something beautiful happened. One day at work, someone asked her a question in English, and she answered without thinking. She did not freeze. She did not panic. She just spoke. Later she told me, I do not know what happened. The words just came out. I smiled because I knew what happened. She changed her identity. She became someone who speaks English, even if it started in an empty room. This is the magic of small, consistent actions. They do not just teach you a skill. They change who you are. And when who you are changes, everything else changes too. Your confidence grows, your opportunities grow, your whole life starts to move in a new direction. But it all starts with that one small promise you keep every single day. So my friend, here is my challenge for you. I want you to choose one tiny habit right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Think about what you really want in your life. Do you want to improve your English? Do you want to be healthier? Do you want to feel calmer? Do you want to learn something new? Choose one thing. Then make it so small that you cannot say no. If you want to improve English, choose one sentence to read every day. If you want to be healthier, choose 5 minutes of walking. If you want to feel calmer, choose 2 minutes of deep breathing. Write it down. Say it out loud. Make it real. And then do it today. Do not wait for Monday. Do not wait for the perfect time. Do not wait until you feel ready. Just do it now, even if it feels tiny and silly. Because that tiny action is the first stone in the water. And those ripples will change everything. Remember, you do not need to change your whole life today. You just need to change the next 5 minutes. And then the next 5 minutes. And then the next. Day by day, minute by minute, you are building a new version of yourself. A version that keeps promises. A version that takes action. A version that does not wait for permission to start living. I believe in you. I really do. You have everything you need inside you right now. You do not need more time, more money, more talent, or more luck. You just need to start small and stay consistent. Protect your small habit like it is the most important thing in the world. Because it is. That small habit is the seed of your new life. Thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for learning, for trying, for not giving up on yourself. I hope this message touched your heart and gave you the courage to take that first small step. If you enjoyed this, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, I am here with you on this journey. You are not alone. Keep going, keep growing, and I will see you in the next story. Take care, my friend.